Good morning. Good morning. It's Dr. Brenda Esh and Shoshana back with another little talk in our series of simple solutions in a complex world. Good morning. Cloudy morning, beautiful morning. Each morning, just as it is, a beautiful morning. I am excited to talk about something very, very primal and yet very simple today. And that is about the art, the gift of being who you are, of sincerity, of authenticity, of simplicity. That actually heals everything. That's it. That's the healing of your own pain, of conflict, of self-doubt, of judging oneself, judging others. We feel bad about ourselves because we're not really being fully true to ourselves and to anyone else. And by true, I don't mean outright lies. What I mean by true is not living with a mask on us, not pretending, not focusing upon being part of the gang, wanted, loved, not focusing upon going along. Emerson says that that is living an imitation life. That's very beautifully put. We're not aware of the stress and the distress and the hopelessness that deception causes us. You know, there's a very, very beautiful saying in Zen, a koan, which is a question that you cannot answer logically or rationally. We'll go into that another time. It's very beautiful. But the teaching, the koan is, the question is, the guidance is, do not be deceived by others. And that also means do not be deceived by yourself. Don't deceive yourself. Don't think that the truth of who you are, your simple reality isn't enough. It's everything. It's everything. And most of the confusion that we go through in this world is people saying one thing and doing another, pretending one thing, being another, not really living the truth. Like someone will say, "Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you." And then you don't hear from them for weeks. They couldn't care less when wonderful things are happening or negative things are happening or when you need someone to reach out a hand. What does that mean? I love you, I love you. It means nothing. It's a word of confusion, creating confusion, and it's a kind of deception. What we long for, what we crave the most is that authenticity to live what you say, to be who you really are, not to pretend, wear a mask, play the game. Otherwise life turns into a very hollow and distressing game. And we do see a lot of that now as so many so-called deceptions are being revealed. So many truths underneath the costumes that we wear are being revealed, and people are horrified. They're shocked. It causes us not to know where we are, who we are, what to believe. That is very dangerous time. It is. It is. So even a few candles of light, of sincerity, sincerity is so important. It's so important. You know, there are so many different spiritual practices around, and they all are potentially very, very beautiful. They all have the power to wake us up and to bring us to a state of truth and of love. And yet so many are used or can be used to deceive, to pretend. Look at me, I'm this, I'm that, but underneath, no, not at all. Not just spiritual practices, but everything. Communication. We say many, many things. We try to comfort someone. We pretend we hear someone. Many things like that. So for today, the most important point, and maybe exercise, And this will help you with your own sense of being a part of the world, what's important, who you are, who the other is, what to do, who to believe, where to go, all of those things. Simply focus on being who you are. When you say something, be very careful what you're saying. Make sure it's really true for you. It's not just a flip response, something automatic, robotic that you're repeating because you heard it a million times or because you were told that this is so and this is how you're supposed to be, so you pretend to be that way. No, that will not take you where you want to go in life, which is to where do you want to go? You want to be right here. You want to be fully here and you want to be truthfully, sincerely here with another person and with yourself. You know, I used to have a program that was called Training in Your Own Authenticity, and I may bring it back again. Training in Your Own Authenticity. You know, that will create so much self-respect, so much self-love, and also so much respect from others. Although that's not the point, but it has wonderful ramifications. So let's do this exercise for this week. I love these little exercises because we're taking an idea or a theory or a principle and we're bringing it down to earth, into our life, into ourself, into our interactions with everyone we meet. Be utterly sincere and real. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to blurt out whatever I think about you or I'm going to attack you in some way. No, 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 no. Sincere means don't pretend to feel one way when you don't. Don't say something that's not true for you. Don't promise something that you can't fulfill. Oh my goodness, just that. So powerful. This is so simple and yet so powerful. I know that I always feel like I'm receiving such a gift from someone when they're being completely simple and honest and straightforward with me. I really am. There's nothing to pretend. Who you are is truly beautiful and unbelievably, unbelievably worthwhile. And this is one of the ways to access that part and to live that way and to discover that. Because most of our masks and our games is because we don't feel worthy. We don't feel like we have much to give or to say or to do. Who are we anyway? We don't know. And the only reason we don't know is because that we do not value that sincerity. We do not live that way. Once we start to live that way, we begin to know much more who we are, who the other is, and we're much more able to take the next step. So thank you again so much for listening. I just love sharing with you. I look forward to it. And I'm grateful for your comments, very much so, and for your listening. So thank you. Thank you very much. Have a sincere day and week. That's a nice way to put it. And when you become really sincere, if someone else isn't, you'll notice that. You don't have to judge them for it because that's the way the world rolls. But you won't be caught in it. You won't be caught in it and get disappointed and confused. Okay, thank you again for listening, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.